going to talk about the new Disney movie Encanto. And I guess let's get our beautiful description here for everybody. Let me get my pipes ready.
Sing it, Jason.
The Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a charmed place called Encanto.
Yes,
the magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift. Every child except Mirabel. However, she soon may be the magical's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is now in danger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
You can tell that I don't go to church very often because I can't do my black church very well anymore.
I nailed it. I mean, whoa. Mr. Mark.
I'll go ahead and start this one off here. Encanto should have been called Encantano because as ambitious as this film is, it all takes place in one place, and that is just that crib, pretty much the whole freaking movie. But also, like I say it's ambitious, one, because it is culturally ambitious, but also, more importantly, like for Disney, we always expect the big adventure. They go somewhere else. They have to leave from their home and do travels and do things and come back a better person. This is ambitious because I think they maybe walk down a block to a lake, and that, like, it ain't much going on here. So it's all contained in this magical home, and like this magical home damn near rivals like any wizardry in Harry Potter, because this magical home is like a nanny. This joke can take care of everybody. It make extra rooms. It make you get your shoes. It is like, I want the home. Fuck all that other stuff.
Fuck the powers.
Just give me all that. Just give me the home, bro. But the magic in here does play fast and loose. Just when I started being fascinated about how and why this magic works, I end up actually being more intrigued with the mystery that was going on. And they do give you some kind of generic reason of how the magic works, but I figure if a mother loving their child can bounce a killing curse onto somebody and kill them, I can believe whatever magic goes on from the rest of my life whenever you just make up some reason why. So with that being said, they magic because they can magic. That's the bigger reason here. But the only real issue I had, well, I guess it's two, but the bigger issue I had with it is that it seemed like everybody in the family liked Mirabel, and she was a good character, and they enjoyed her presence being around, and she seemed to work extra hard to make up for the fact that she didn't get powers. And then all of a sudden, like in the last act, it became like everybody secretly hated her. And I'm not including her sister.
Mirabel, you're a bitch.
Yeah. Like, did you feel that? Like in the last edit, they were like, yeah, you ain't got no powers anyway, ho. And you're like, whoa. Like, this chick was helping y'all and fixing stuff and helping with the party. And y'all was like cool with this. And all of a sudden, when she started asking questions, y'all was like, nah, you stay up out of here, man. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But the story is still... But again, like I said, the mystery and the story of how it unfolds, it's a good written story, especially with the limitations of the atmosphere and location and the limitations of we've kind of known, but the story's been told before. So to kind of make it go the way it did, I thought was cool. John Leguizamo was probably the biggest star, I think, in this whole thing. When it comes to how he acted and performed, his voice acting is phenomenal. You buy into Bruno from the first moment you see him to the last line he speaks, because John Leguizamo does his thing on it. But and I guess the other nitpick I have is some of the music, but I know Jason's probably going to talk more about that. So I'm going to save that for his review. Let him go with it.
Let it go.
I just think in this movie, because of the cultural elements in the story of family, this could have been like Moana special without having the adventure. But instead, it just became more just a cute person of color movie. Thank you, Disney, for doing it. But somebody's going to one day go like, hey, you remember that movie Encanto? And I'll be like, oh, Colombian X-Men. Yeah, that one. Got it.
Colombian X-Men.
That's going to be it. Like, so for all I said, I did really like the movie. It has its flaws, and I feel like it had potential to be a lot better. And it just kind of got near the end and was like, oh, we need a conflict for the end. They don't like her. Yeah, that's it. All right, they don't like her. That's it. Bye. So that's my take on Encanto. Jeremy, would you like to go next? Or
yeah.
You
I genuinely enjoyed this. Visually, absolutely beautiful. You're right. They don't go anywhere. This is an encapsulated story. That house magical as fuck, but they're like, yeah, we're gonna hang out in the village and the house 90% or 100% of the time. John Leguizamo was amazing. I and the angry lesbian from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the main chick.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
She actually apparently has a set of pipes on her. Like she did all the things.
I wouldn't say it's set of pipes. I would say she can definitely
from
carry a
what
tune.
I've known of her, I was very blown away because
that's not her.
Was Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
The Brooklyn Nine-Nine is not her natural speaking voice. She
has
very,
so I go from that to what's
mousy.
happening. I'm like, oh, really? Also, you could tell it was very interesting. I like the idea. You tell like the grandma and her actually they shared the same eye shape, and there's something there that we won't really talk about, but I like that. The thing that I loved the most about it was the strong chick got a song, and in it, I was brought back to Never Had a Friend Like Me with
wow
from Aladdin. Like,
that's some high praise right there.
It's very high praise. The visuals in it are kinetic and fun and ever changing. And I was really kind of going with it. And I was really enjoying it. And then I thought to myself, man, this is like at that level for me. I love the way they presented it. I thought hers was great. And of course, man, John Leguizamo. What's up with the modern Luca? Weren't they saying something about not today, Bruno, or whatever?
Silence Bruno.
People hating on Bruno lately.
Bruno. Like get out, Bruno. Like go away, Bruno.
No, we gotta talk about no. I'm like, damn.
Must be hating on folks named Bruno lately, and it's
not them, you baby's Bruno.
I don't watch a whole lot of anime, but I got the idea that this was like an X-Men family, and then you had the non-mutant in the mix. It felt like the All Might, Small Might thing from that what is it, Big Hero Academy or whatever it's called, where the kid was just didn't have a quirk at the beginning until he ate that creepy old man's hair. So
Japanese animation is weird.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
Tell your parents.
Don't tell your parents or the police. But it's fun kind of in this world where we all enjoy like superpowered beings, and it's a fun escape, but it's also kind of, it oftentimes is like a I don't know, an analogy for being better than we are. It's fun to turn that idea, which we're still kind of like running through, on its head and say everybody's superpowered, and we're going to focus on the one non-superpowered person. That's going to be our protagonist. So I like that. I like that approach. I thought that was fun. And did I mention John Leguizamo was amazing in this? If I haven't, enough, yeah, he shows up for this. He has a great time. It's awesome. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I highly recommend seeing it. Jason, what do you think?
Before we go to Jason, let's get one last ad break.
Ad break
for the night. Ad break. Boom. And we're back. Go ahead, Jason. What do you think?
Both of you were wrong. This movie was fucking terrible. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
you know what? I wish that would have happened, because for the first time ever on this show, me and Jaron would have been in lockstep, and you would have been an odd person out.
Like, you guys are fucking fools. This was an abomination. They should never have made it to begin with.
Walt Disney is turning over his crybatic chamber.
I did very much enjoy this movie. I did think it was very, very good. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I did love it for all the reasons that you guys said. But I do have some, let's say, gripes. Let's say gripes. It's not for me. Like the songs just didn't resonate with me very well in this one. They felt kind of disjointed from the story in that they were telling. From my perspective, like you go back to like Frozen and Moana, like the songs kind of naturally flowed in with the story as they're telling it. And the only one that like it felt for me like, oh, we have to get 6 songs of this movie. By minute 15 we need a song. By minute 25 we need a song, and just like it felt chopped up to me. especially the one with even though I enjoyed that song the most, the horse girl song, because she is fit. I'll let her pick me up any day.
I'll be your donkey stack.
Yeah. It just felt like, oh, we're talking. Oh, now we need a song. So she just starts singing the song. And that's musicals in general, but like it just didn't flow enough for me. And my only like my major gripe with this, Disney movies are great. Animated movies are they're great, but they're not anymore phenomenal. I feel like Disney used to be the thing that drove animators to do better, right? Like Disney was the cream of the crop, and I don't necessarily feel like that's the case anymore. I feel like Disney is like we do something very well, and we're gonna do it, and like don't do anything outside of that. Let's leave it right here where we're at. And I think there's other studios out there who are like, nah, let's just throw our balls to the wall and let's go out and let's make something masterful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like Disney it's like McDonald's. It's there. They were great at one point, but and they'll always be there, and you will always go get yourself some chicken nuggets from McDonald's. But is that what you want? When you got Five Guys or you got, a steak out there.
Man, Five Guys is expensive. Fuck Five Guys.
Five Guys. It never tastes like there's 5 whole guys in it.
I saw a tweet that said, fuck Five Guys. Should just be a few Negroes.
Right. Man, get a burger, be $27. You be like,
$22 for a goddamn burger and fries. Bullshit.
Bad analogy, Five Guys. All right, not Five Guys. I'm just saying, like there's studios out there that are doing, chef quality work, and and Disney is turning in. I'm not saying that this movie is McDonald's. It's the best thing on McDonald's menu. I'm just saying but it just feels like to me that Disney is set in their ways, and they're not going to move the ball any further anymore. And that is kind of disheartening. And I definitely felt that in this movie, even though I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to make that clear. I really, really like this movie.
I think Disney Animation has been playing catch up to Pixar for a while, and I think they've finally gotten where they are equivalent. So I feel like we're at that point where we'll see if they progress any further.
Yeah, I think
you're right. At this moment, they're stagnating.
I definitely agree with you, because for a while Disney was like, "Oh, we're not going to do any computer generated. That's what Pixar's for. We're just going to stick to 2D." And then, like, obviously the market changed.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, maybe we should probably do CG in house." And they did learn a lot from Pixar and take a lot of things away from them to make Disney stories more relevant to the modern age. But then I feel like they just stopped. Like they were like, "Oh, here's a line. We're good. We made it. We'll just do this from now on." And and that's not a bad thing if you're good at what you do. I mean, like, they're good at what they do. Don't get me wrong; they're good at what they do. But like, they should be. It's Disney. It should be like the best thing ever.
Benchmark.
Like, it should be like, oh my god, like I want to do
the
that.
Disney of animation.
Yeah, it should be the Disney of animation. Yes, exactly.
I was watching this, and I did have something, and it came to mind when you were talking about the songs, and it made me think. These songs, in my opinion, seemed heavily dependent on the visuals that were being presented along with the songs. Do you think any of these songs are songs that you could like listen to in a car, like on the radio, and it would have the same impact? Like,
there's one song
very developed with the visuals.
Mirabel.
Yeah,
go ahead, Jason.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like, and that was like my biggest complaint with me and Jason were talking before, is that typically in a musical, the song is supposed to emote the emotion of the character. That's probably not being voiced verbally out loud. I feel like in this, they verbally announced what they were feeling and was going on. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, let's just do a song about it too." And it was like, hold on, like you just told me, why I got here another 3 minutes of you singing about what you just said out of your mouth. Like,
right. And
I think that's where, so going to your point, like, I did feel like all the music was tied to, like, you have to see this, like, especially the song about the powers. Like, it's going so quickly that if you don't see them actually showing the powers, like, you're not gonna I can't sit in my car and bob my head to a storm. Like I don't care about chick got storm powers and chick can hear a pin. Like it doesn't work unless I can see it. So yeah, I agree.
It seems
Storm's husband had some slick dance moves. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he was great. I loved him. He's a little Tito Puentes over here, a little chocolate chop. I don't know how all three of his kids came out 3 different colors, but it happens. It happens sometimes. Don't tell. I got cousins. They all 3 different shades. Even though they're all supposed to have the same name, mom and dad. I know.
Look here, man. You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning. So
same thing that happens to everything else. It feels to me like Manuel Miranda needs to take a break. I think he needs to go take a nap. Lay down for a little bit. Recharge those batteries. Because Vivo. Those songs were fucking banger, man. Those songs I would listen to on their own. Even though I don't fucking like musicals, I would listen to those songs on their own.
Right.
This one, I'm just like, they're there. They're songs in the movie. Hooray. Y'all could have just told a movie and not sing any songs. And, it's, and a lot of the songs didn't really feel like, they didn't have that kind of Lin-Manuel style to them either.
No, they were exposition comes.
Yeah, so it was just like the songs didn't work, and that took me out of the movie. Yeah. Otherwise, a really good movie.
Again, absolutely, for what it was, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
huge.
Yes,
huge jumps in animation quality. Facial animation was.
I was going to say, like, their facial animation was so spot on. It was so good.
Yeah.
But we've seen better.
I've seen better.
Right. Jaron, what do you give the rating for Encanto?
3.8 is my rating for Encanto. You should see it. I agree.
Jason?
3.81.
What the fuck? You're gonna make me add another digit to the rating thing that I'm gonna slap over the rating?
No, I would give it 3.8 as Jaron. It's a good movie.
It is good.
It needs to be seen.
Recommend.
Yeah, recommend.
Damn, I'm right there with it. I'm at a 3.8 on it, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Chappelle!
Oh my God. All right. Fucking family house. I love it.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into some quick questions for in and around Encanto. All right. So question number 1. Out of the powers that you saw, what powers would you want?
That shapeshifter kid was having way too much fun. And I would absolutely be doing that all the time. Can you imagine doing like jokes where you're doing impressions of people, but then you just literally slip into their face to do the impression and then slip back? Oh,
I feel like there's going to be a problematic moment with that at some point.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
I guess the only one I would like that doesn't seem like it would be a burden is the talk to animals one. The rest of them seem like I don't want to hear everything that everyone has to say.
You're the kid from fucking the Planeteers that's like, Heart.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Yeah. I'm fucking my tea. They needed my tea. They didn't just leave the shit behind.
Wind, water. You're like, nah, I'm gonna talk to animals.
I mean, everything else, like the girl that could listen to everything, like that seemed like, I mean, like you could be talking shit about it and she could hear you. That's not great. The girl who made flowers, no, thank you. The person who had to keep with the storms, that would be so annoying. And then the super strong girl who could definitely pick me up anytime she wanted to. They just kept making her do shit. Like, nah, like.
And then fucking
Bruno. Think about it as you live in an urban world. So I love that you're like, I'm going to talk to animals, and all you're going to be talking to is fucking chihuahuas and
fucking squirrels,
cockroaches and shit. Yeah.
Who don't have anything good to say. They're just like,
no,
you got trash. You got trash. Then why the fuck are you talking to me? Get the fuck out of my face. I got squirrel shit to do.
Also, the fact that once his power activated, they all wanted, like, the animals wanted to jump on him and hang out with him.
But his room was amazing, though. Like, his room was fucking tight. Like, we didn't get to see many rooms, but the one we got to see Bruno's room, a lot of stairs. Fuck that noise. And we got to see Isabella's room with the flowers, and I'm like, oh, that would mess with my hay fever.
Mess with my hay fever. Okay, and the last question I had for you is, which John Leguizamo performance was better, Bruno in this one, or Tu Wong Fu?
Oh, I was going to say you're not gonna do Sid.
What about Luigi?
Once again, Bruno or Tu Wong Fu. What
All right,
performance was better?
You know, in
I'm
Tu
gonna
Wong
give it to
Fu,
Bruno,
you
'cause
had
it's
Wesley
supposed to be
Snipes
more-
and Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze, who looked like men in dresses, and then you had John Leguizamo, who was looking real fine.
He looked like a chick.
He was
like
looking
a
real
woman.
fine. I don't know. That made me really confused as a fifth grader about what's going on when I saw that movie.
Bruh, I did not understand it when I was a kid until I got older. Like, oh, they're all men.
I knew they were all men. I knew every one of those people. I was like, but John Leguizamo.
Remember, I'm a little younger than you, so I saw it a little younger. So for me, it was like, why these chicks look like men?
There was a very young RuPaul that had a sparkle in his eye.
Oh my god! So
Jaren?
you got to choose. So Jaren chose Bruno. He chose Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah. Just because it's a little more culturally appropriate for his background.
Yeah, like nowadays, I would think Tu Wong Fu would be a little bit problematic, so we'll go with Bruno.
Okay, all right.
Even though it's great when Patrick Swayze yells, "Get your hand off my dick!"
Right.